In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. This verse introduces us to the beginning of everything. It describes the moment when God, the creative force, brought the universe and the planet into existence. Heavens refers to the sky, space, and all within them, while earth represents our planet. The earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Before everything took shape, the earth was in a state of chaos. The darkness represented the absence of light, and the deep symbolized the void. The Spirit of God, however, was present, beginning the transformation from chaos to order. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and He separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. The first creation was light. God commanded light to exist, and it came into being. The light was separated from the darkness, creating day and night. Here, we see the concept of time being introduced, with the division of day and night marking the end of a cycle, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. On the second day, God created the vault, which is the space or dome separating the waters above, such as clouds, from the waters below, like seas and oceans. This vault was called sky, completing the second day of creation. And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters He called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their kinds." And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. On the third day, God commanded the waters to gather in one place, forming the seas, and the dry ground to appear. He also created plants and trees, initiating plant life. Each plant and tree was capable of producing seeds, ensuring the continuity of life. And God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. On the fourth day, God created celestial bodies, such as the sun, moon, and stars, to govern the day and night, establishing a new cycle of time and guiding life on earth. And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." So God created the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing with which the water teems, and that moves about in it, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. On the fifth day, God created marine creatures and birds, commanding them to multiply and fill the seas and skies. He blessed these creatures, ensuring the continuity of life in these realms. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. On the sixth day, God created land animals, such as livestock and wild creatures, each according to its kind. He made a great diversity of living beings to inhabit the land. And God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground." On the sixth day, humanity was created as the pinnacle of creation. Being made in God's image means humans were endowed with qualities reflecting God's nature, such as creativity, reason, and moral capacity. God's blessing to humanity included the responsibility to multiply, fill the earth, and steward its creatures. This highlights the special role humans play in creation. Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds in the sky, and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food." And it was so. God provided sustenance for both humans and animals, establishing the ecosystem where life could thrive. Plants and trees were given as food sources, showing God's care for all living beings. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. After completing the creation of the world and humanity, God declared everything very good, a reflection of the harmony and perfection of his work. The sixth day ended with the world ready to support life in its abundance and diversity. Thus, the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. The seventh day marks the culmination of creation. God's rest doesn't imply exhaustion, but serves as a model for humanity to take time for reflection, gratitude, and renewal. Blessing the seventh day highlights its sanctity, establishing rest and worship.